I realize you didn't receive the most welcome of receptions here. I can't completely argue with that. I recognize you've done right by us here today, and I appreciate your efforts.
Yeah.
Keep your behavior within acceptable parameters.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
Wish. The invaders ordered it.
War, disease, explosions. Now falling rocks? How much abuse is one refugee supposed to take?
I don't think you have the answer. The Protectorate have only been told a watered-down revision of Order philosophy.
I can hardly believe I'm still standing.
Can you believe we almost moved into the exclusion zone?
The Order warned us.
I do recall
They
the
knew
Order
something
warning
bad would
about
happen.
something like that happening. Albeit somewhat indirectly.
Thank law the displaced listened to reason. Think of the cost if our predictions had not been heeded.
Go on. You take care now. You hear?
The paradigm is a self-centered derivative take on the dead.
I am so very glad the seer warned us in time. If we'd failed to heed his prediction, well, what would left to think about it?
My time is yours. I haven't any time for idle chatter, but I suppose I can carve out a moment for urgent business.
Thank you again. It's nice to have a little help around the camp. How can I be of service?
Architect! First an attack on the monastery, and now the lift code's not working? Am I misremembering it? No. Unless... Why would know this, I'm sure.
My weekly prognostic report hinted at our past or pending interaction.
Not to worry, Agent. My patients are holding together.
How about that? Me, a real doctor and everything.
Agent, oh, thank good odds and high probabilities you're back. There's been an incident. A rogue faction has taken over the monastery. My Seer Wiley, is trapped up there with other hostages of the Order. To make matters worse, my access code's not working. Without it, I've no way of calling the lift. Peace talks? Yes, Ruth informed me, but how did you learn of them? No one outside a select circle are supposed to be aware they're happening. That's a serious accusation. Why would I do such a thing? Far from it. I celebrate Wiley's gifts. I recognize he's a far superior scholar than I'll ever be. No, I can't discuss this right now. The monastery. The truth is, I held Wiley back. I kept him from advancing for my own selfish gains by spreading lies and false concern over his competence behind his back. But I needed him. I still need him. I'm not the savant he is, never have been. If he'd advanced beyond his current role, my deficiencies would have been made manifest to all. I'm sorry, but we really haven't the time to litigate this issue further. In case I didn't make it clear before, the monastery is currently in jeopardy. Representatives of Auntie's Choice and the Order are meeting to discuss an armistice and possible collaboration. It's an unprecedented opportunity to shorten this war. I know I mentioned it before, but compartmentalization is crucial to the success of most of the Order's operations. I wish I could offer more details than that. If this DeVries is responsible, then I agree with your objective. But don't forget the innocents caught in the middle. They need your help too. But I'm afraid I won't be accompanying you. I can't be sure my presence wouldn't alter the outcome of your efforts in prodigious and unforeseen ways. I have full confidence in your skills. You are an Earth Directorate agent, after all. For myself, I regret to say I'm a peacetime abbot. I was never meant to navigate a war. Once you reach the monastery, make your way to the observatory. If the conspirators are seeking the coordinates of the talks, no doubt their efforts will be concentrated there. Go forth as was determined, and may the plan guide you.
Not sure Inez deserved that. Starting to wonder if you consider us all similarly disposable. Who's next? Me? Val? Did you have something else to discuss? May all our travails add to the equation.
I've always wanted to fight a mathematician.
Please hurry. I fear for the safety of my seer And, everyone else in the monster, of course.
Are you sure that rope can support us?
I am 100% certain that tensile strength is hard to
Seer Wiley said I wasn't on his list and let me go. He must have predicted I wouldn't fight back. I don't understand. Where's the abbot? Why isn't he doing something? I don't understand. Where's the abbot? Why isn't he doing something?
That's all bluster. We're an unpredicted variable in his equations, and he knows it.
The future most aligned with the plan. Hold that belief in your minds. Let it strengthen your resolve, and do not hesitate. The time for ideation is concluded. Now is the time for execution. Those outside the Order, and some simpletons within it, claim that all things happen for a reason. But the wise among us know that nothing occurs without a catalyst. Today,
Nice of Seer Wiley to leave us this night fight. Sorry, rejuvenation device.
That device may be the deciding factor in whether you live or die in the near future. Unless you can expedite hemostasis and proliferate new tissue on your own within a fraction of a second.
No. But I have been told my pain tolerance exceeds normal threshold.
Your mother must be so proud.
This might sting a lot.
Multiplicator at ready status. Commander, throwing energy your way.
Mitigating the threat. Let's weapon prime! I will restore my life over time to me so I can kill him!
Nice of Seer Wiley to leave us this nightlight. Sorry, rejuvenation device.
That device may be the deciding factor in whether you live or die in the near future. Unless you can expedite hemostasis and proliferate new tissue on your own within a fraction of a second.
No. But I have been told my pain tolerance exceeds normal thresholds.
Your mother must be so proud.
Ooh, an enemy.
Was not so dissimilar to us. He donned his jumpsuit 1.3 pants legs at a time.
Stun weapon ready, Commander. Mitigating the threat. Torpification in progress.
My state a lot.
Ready status.
Locking them down.
I'm alive. Who needs to die?
By to stupefy. Do try to limit further damage, Commander.
Displacing to fortified coordinates. False, unsteady, capricious.
Taking the fight out of them. Mitigating the threat. Packet the unit away. Recharge before it discharges.
Those junction boxes look familiar. The N-ray scanner should show how they're wired.
Perspiring brow, if you try to cite that fourth pillar to me one more time, scientific advancement should not come at the cost of the grace and dignity of innocent lives. That is all I am saying. conflicts are not the inevitability you are making them out to be, Anya, but rather the result of a populace failing to adhere to scientism's stoic imperative.
Oh, and I suppose we're going to pretend the second pillar doesn't exist? I must have just imagined reading Alfred Long's 75 thesis on determinism then.
Anchorites, be warned. Any conversation with these two may prove pedantic.
I'm aware of the errors of his methodology, but Long's overall opinion is still... Wait, why am I arguing with you about this?
Actually, an outside opinion might be useful at this juncture. Our current topic is whether war is ever justified. For the sake of time, please keep your answer brief.
You would if it was your colony being invaded. Neutrality only ever supports the oppressor.
We're going in circles again. If only we had access to the materials we requested, perhaps we could settle this debate. The search for answers to life's important questions often yields powerful rewards. Who knows? Something learned here may later prove the difference between life and death.
And if that's not enough, we still have some order arms and armaments from a recent demonstration we gave. You'd be welcome to one or the other. I need the book Only Real Numbers, The Casualties of Appeasement by Exemplar Kwong. Second edition, not the first. That's important.
And I require Archivist Mahler's dissertation on de-escalation theory. You should be able to locate both pieces of scholarship in the scriptorium. I'd also caution against borrowing additional titles. The scribes are absolute fusspots when their work goes missing. I'm sure I have no notion of what you're referring to.
Augustine? Sure. She's got a mind for provocative hypotheticals. Asked a lot more interesting questions than we normally get.
I will add it has been some time since we last saw her. Not since before the schism, in fact. Why do you ask?
Evidently, she was good at her job then. Augustine was obsessed with the rift. She wanted to know all the potential routes the Order might take to deal with it. We explained that the rift is an aberration of the plan's natural order, corrupting time and space and creating uncertainty. Consequently, all efforts should be made to close it.
Apologies, but gossip doesn't fall under our purview. We've secluded ourselves here to avoid such distractions, so I would thank you to exclude us from any remote drama. Much appreciated. We'll present our final arguments once you've returned with the research.
Found another one. Damn it. I knew there'd be a high probability of fighting, but I didn't think...
Hey, none of that. Remember what Wiley told us.
Document every corpse you find so we have an accurate head count later?
Well, yes, that. But also not everyone will
Sharp
share
enough.
our vision
Hostiles
of the
nearby.
plan. We gave them the option to join us. It's not our fault they chose wrong.
May all solutions precede problems.
Negative. Recon incomplete. Thank you, dear.
Have you acquired the scholarship we asked for? You're in luck. I just finished my third reread of it. Chapter 47 is a real treat. When we're finished speaking, I'll put it in the collection drawer. But do take care with it, especially around the bath. We lose more good books that way. I'm sure I have no notion of what you're referring to.
Good for him. About time someone put theory into application.
What my colleague means is Landon Wiley is among our most gifted and dedicated seers. Whatever actions he's taken must be in service of the plan. I do hope no one's been hurt, though. I see. That is distressing to hear. But as we in the Order like to say, the plan actuates by deliberate means. Let us hope this conflict resolves itself soon. Much appreciated. We'll present our final arguments once you've returned with the research.
Those who do not follow the plan will be terminated from
Patience. Still recharging. Fluid. That might sting. A lot.
I know this ain't gonna get to the abbot, but I have complaints that need registering anyhow. This monastery's too big for the staff we've got, and it sure seems like the scienticians and theorists here ain't fixated on keeping neat. I might just be a novice, but at 73 years of age, I have enough self-respect that I shouldn't be picking up another body's towels. That don't mean it's good. I just ask you folks to remember that there's
Energy capacitor out. Energy is up for grabs.
Nowhere near as interesting as the taxidermied cross-sections displaying their internal organs I made when I was a child. Isn't this fancy? Guessing these are the abbot's quarters.
Did the abbot take a vow of resplendency?
Why, their instructor, of course. Bishop Bassar has failed this order as its preeminent luminary. And without our intervention, he would make peace with the primitive minds of Auntie's choice. This must be prevented, whatever... or humanity's ascendance will be forestalled by centuries, if not millennia. lives. I need more time to finish my work, so I've prepared a choice for you. The hostages in the card press before you will die unless you intervene. If you go through the door on the right, you'll find the means to save them by solving a simple puzzle. Leave through the other door, however, and they will die, screaming in abject terror. But how could you call yourself an Earth Directorate agent if you allowed that to transpire?
I know a stall tactic when I see one. Calls on you, though, dear.
I prefer to kill my enemies first, innocent hostages later.
Entirely depends on your priorities. My former department would say keeping on mission is of paramount importance. But I no longer think I agree.
Definitely not. We should be the only ones killing hostages around here.
Like the cut of your jib. Hard way it is, then.
Raise high probability. He let some others go, but didn't even give us the chance to select.
Normally I'd suggest picking the lock on that safe, but it looks to be rigged to that ridiculous puzzle up above. This must be the so-called puzzle they expect us to waste our time on. Looks like it was constructed by a child.
Navigating toward adversary.
Go for qualification.
Let's walk it.
Target. Re-engaging. The battle is rejoined. Grenade outbound. A fractional effort. Hastening to a shielded position. Investigating disturbance.
Re-engaging. They calculated poorly. Score my life. They need some help first.
Vital qualification in progress. Locking them down.
Would not refuse medical support.
I'm becoming rationally angry. Grenade away. Follow my detonation. Recommencing attack. Your possibilities are limited.
Seems we've effectively begun their bubble. Idiots. They obviously meant for this to waste our time. Let's just find a way to kill the hostages so we can move on.
Onto a test of order aptitude. Humanity's ascendance will be forestalled by centuries.
I tell you our friend would be back?
Hurry! Disable the card press machine!
Time will tell if that was a good idea.
Excellent timing. We're nearly finished reviewing the materials you brought us. Oh, well now, this is unexpected. The arguments in this text seem to have highlighted a teleological flaw I fear my own argument shares.
You too, huh?
Under certain conditions, de-escalation becomes impossible, leading to negative outcomes, including outright annihilation. An annihilated entity cannot advance the plan.
But maybe annihilation itself serves a purpose we're simply unaware of. You were right before. Participating in a war only produces an entropic feedback loop.
No, you're right. Our theses have become somewhat muddled. What conclusion would you draw then?
Maybe.
Given your stance, you'll be wanting a weapon rather than armor, I'm sure. You can retrieve it from the same drawer where you deposited our research materials. We appreciate your time. If you have a spare 4 hours, feel free to stay and observe our period of silent, sustained reading. Otherwise, until we next confer.
Not even cold yet. Show a little respect. Void it all. I told him he wasn't going to make it. Is this why Wiley's oath spared him? Because the seer already predicted this would be his fate?
But alas, it's not charged.
This might sting. A lot.
Amplificator is charged. You've suffered extensive violence.
Unobservable quantum outcomes, as they say. Do you believe them?
No. How did you respond?
I said, unobservable quantum outcomes. Abbott Newell, I just need to know if you prefer your tea with or without dextrose.
I wonder we made any progress on the plan under that old pontificator. Thank the architect, Seer Wiley's in charge.
Unfriendly company. Just nice.
Patience. Still recharging.
Step aside. On the wrist.
Stun weapon ready, Commander.
Mitigating the threat. Purification in progress.
Purificator is charged. Taking the fight out of them, locking them down. Capacitor deployed. Free energy if you can reach it. You suffered extensive damage, Commander. Capacitor out. Get it while it's energized. Reviving me is strategically optimal. I'm alive. Who needs to die?
My sting? A lot.
All in the wrist. Torpificator at ready status.
Attributing it to incidental environmental factors.
They're benumbed, locking them down. Capacitor unit away. Recharge before it discharges. Standing by to supply.
Escalating aggression coordinates yield diminishing.
Balancing the equation. Investigating the threat.
I'm alive. Who needs to look sharp?
Taking cover!
Commander, throwing energy your way. Apologies. No target, no attack. Mitigating the threat. Fortification in progress.
I'm alive. Who needs to die? Oh, look! A room dedicated to the insignificance of human existence inside a temple dedicated to mathematically proving its pointlessness.
Yeah.
So Clemens and Svoboda's killer arrives. So much of our plan ruined because of your meddling. Victor's explosives would have minimized casualties on both sides. You may have bested my peers, but they were never my equal anyway. And neither are you. You took so long, I was beginning to think my little puzzle actually stumped you. Oh, I think my average walking speed will suffice once I've finished dispatching you. You seem confused. Allow me to delineate on the totality of your failure. Saving the hostages delayed you just long enough for me to complete my work. I was able to transmit not only the coordinates for the peace talks, but also the station's security protocols, giving Augustine control over its automechanicals. She has everything. I trust you're not implying something untoward between us. The Order has been dislocated from its ideals, becoming the opposite of all they espouse. De Vries and I are merely providing a necessary realignment.
All I hear is empty bluster from an amateur schemer whose only success so far is failing loudly at a sloppy plan. This slapdash takeover of yours is graceless and rushed and reeks of ineptitude and desperation. In my day, we did these things with considerable more efficiency and panache.
And who are you, exactly?
I always appreciate plaudits from a colleague, but I am capable of introducing myself, dear. Marisol Delgado, former head intercessor, Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection.
The endpoint. No. The improbability of you interrupting my plans at this singular moment beggars belief.
Our aims are so similar, I'd almost consider joining you. Had you not proven yourself such bumbling fools, dragging me into your mess. Consider how much uncertainty has been introduced into your equations. Can you have any confidence in your predictions at this point?
What in the Architect's computational summary are you on about? That hopeless, ineffectual, over-reliant waste of workspace? He wouldn't dare. But I am beyond reproach. My talent without peer. What has Joseph ever done for the Order except occupy my valuable time with useless queries? No, this is some kind of deception. It has to be. I could not have missed such obvious machinations. My math is correct. My math is always correct. Perhaps the High Scholar did recognize some deficiency in me while my eyes were firmly on my own paper. No. What am I saying? Joseph can hardly solve for X in a standard equation without me guiding his hand, and he well knows it. He would never speak against me. You almost had me believing your deceit, I'll grant you. But I fear your statement column still lacks enough supporting evidence to persuade me. No more talking, Agent. It's time I deliver my last prediction to you, personally.
Look sharp. It's a fight.
Let's weapon prime!
Need to finish recharging first.
That's done. Why? This might sting. A lot.
Standing by to stupefy. Can't attack what's not there.
Checking the fight out. Negative. Recharge incomplete.
Attempting to destroy the projector. I will
Enemy in vicinity. You try to lift.
sharp in the fight.
You'll never do it.
Fortificator is charged. Locking them down.
Need some help first.
They're benumbed.
Replenishing mechanism. Destroy the projector.
That's my target.
Commander, throwing energy.
Proceeding forward.
Replenishing mechanism.
Suffered extensive damage, Commander.
You'll never win.
Passes are deployed.
Let's up and cry! Sorry, I've no target. Step aside. This might sting. A lot.
Gun weapon ready, Commander. Mitigating the threat.
Enemy spotted.
Fortificator is charged.
Revive me so I can kill him.
Fortification in progress. Locking them down. Vitals are in the red, Commander.
Replenishing mechanism.
Modification in progress. Commander, throwing energy. Looks like a limit further damage, Commander. Suffered extensive.
Replenishing mechanism.
Reviving me is strategically optimal.
Replenishing mechanism. Replenishing mechanism. Statistical improbabilities are unconcerning. Replenishing mechanism. Your confidence lacks peer review. Replenishing mechanism. Munition requires ammunition.
Let's see what's on that terminal he so desperately wanted to give his life to protect.
I have grown worried. I have not received word from Archivist Clemens in some time, and I imagine you would have relayed any pertinent information by now. I fear this bodes ill. Without him, our only option is a direct assault. A risky proposition, to be sure. The last thing any of us want is for our plan to spiral out of control. And so it falls on you to seize back that control. Use the methods we discussed to take command of the monastery. When it is done, I will send further instruction. You have my trust. See that it is not misplaced. I'm much obliged for your tireless work. With this knowledge of Greater Tranquility Substation and its security codes, our plans for the peace talks can finally be spurred into motion. However, without Archivist Clemens and his explosives at our disposal, we've no choice but to proceed with our contingency plan. A direct assault. Though the codes will allow me control of the automechs on the station, we'd best accept now that more lives may be lost than previously assumed. Yet we must act unflinchingly. To fail now would mean the end of everything.
Peace talks, then? We'll need your ship unless you intend to walk. To space.
Agent, over here. It seems the situation here has been resolved, but I don't see Seer Wiley. Were you able to secure his safety? What? No, but that can't possibly be true. Landon would never align himself against the Order? Against a friend? You must be mistaken. Or maybe his calculations led him astray. Yes, that must be what happened. Indeed, just a small error. Were you able to speak with him? Help him recover his senses? I appreciate the sentiment, but there is now ample evidence disproving that fact. Perhaps if I had been a better friend to Landon... No. Those hypotheticals are best considered in private, I think. Yes. Better to focus on our gains than our losses. My colleague's survival is something worth celebrating. I won't keep you. Thank you for your assistance in reclaiming the monastery. Regrettable though the outcome with Seer Wiley turned out to be. I had intended to offer you access to one of our experimental weapons, but it seems you already helped yourself to it. You always do seem a step ahead of me. May all your future endeavors proceed in accordance to the plan.
I don't know what you're complaining about. We emerged totally unscathed.
I'd estimate I'm 43.11% scathed.
Then increment your bravery index. My goodness, you novices and your theatrics.
to the Order if